Hi friends, this is Dr. Update. I am Chimthanawala. Today I'll be dealing a very different topic of the remedy, that is delusions of Kali Carb. Now we have seen Kali Carb. I have already spoken about Kali Carb, mind symptom and skin symptoms, the respiratory tract symptoms. But there are some symptoms in the chapter of delusion, which are very, very important. I have seen in many patients of Kali Carb and confirmed those. Good cases of schizophrenia, bipolar disorders, depression I have treated with these type of symptoms. One thing I have seen in Kali Carb delusions, the patient has lot of delusion, lot of imagination, and the patient sees lot of things. I'll describe what the patient thinks. First of all, the patient has lot of delusion, imagination, sees faces, hideous faces. I had a case where the patient used to always turn on the neck. And I said, what you are doing? He said, somebody is hiding there. Somebody is looking at me from there. So it was that symptom. Imagines faces, hideous faces, or he imagines he sees figures. I had a case where the patient had a big house, and he used to say, someone is coming from there. So he has a lot of imagination, sees figures. So hideous faces, figures. Both the condition, the remedy you have to compare with belladonna. Both the condition comparative with hyoscyamus, both the condition comparative with stramonium. So this is how you have to compare these symptoms, because if you know only one remedy, belladonna, hyoscyamus, stramonium, as we all know, then there's a problem. Or you can compare this, both the symptoms, you'll be surprised, are present in calcarea carb also. Both the symptoms are present in, I think, nux vomica and tarentule also. So these symptoms are so important to understand and differentiate these symptoms. As you go further, the patient sees and imagines figures, especially when during sleep. Now that is Kali Carb. That's a very, very important symptom of Kali Carb, that the patient has delusion, imagination, sees figures during sleep. So the patient is sleeping and he is talking something like delusion, then you have to see actually that is Kali Carb, the very important symptom of Kali Carb delusion. And the patient also has delusion, imagination. He sees images, phantoms. Like Kali Carb, we have again compared that with belladonna, or we have arsenic, we have hyoscyamus, we have stramonium, and see how close these remedies goes. Kali Carb, belladonna, hyoscyamus, stramonium. And normally when we have delusions and we think about that belladonna, stramonium and hyoscyamus, but Kali Carb is also there. See what the patient sees. He sees figures, he sees hideous faces, he sees, especially during sleep, or he imagines phantoms, or the patient feels as if he sees peoples, ऐसे बहुत लोग चल रहे हैं, बहुत लोग देख रहे हैं. He sees peoples, again very close to belladonna, very close to arsenic, very close to hyoscyamus, very close to stramonium. After we complete the whole delusion mathematics, we will see that there are 4 or 5 remedies which have most of the delusion, but there are some finer differences. One more symptom that Kali Carb you should remember in the delusion is this delusion, imagination, that thieves and robbers. Now whenever you have the patient imaginations have thieves, robbers, he sees robbers. Now whenever robbers word come, one remedy which basically everybody knows, dreams of robbers and all, but this is a delusion. So whenever you have these type of delusion, again you compare with belladonna, compare with arsenic, compare with other remedies, like we have lachesis who sees thieves and robbers, we have phosphorus who sees thieves and robbers. In fact, in stramonium and hyoscyamus, we don't have this delusion. So this is how you have to differentiate remedies. In fact, Kali Carb also has a delusion, imagination, there's worms are crawling. He sees worms are crawling, And I had a very interesting case, that boy was so much engrossed in studies, and was not given the proper guidance in school. He was not taken care of. So he used to just tap the sand or the tile and see some worm is there, I'm hitting the worm. That was that. So this is again a very important symptom of Kali Carb, and again a very, very important symptom of arsenic album, a very, very important symptom of phosphorus also. So this is a delusion that you have to understand and then prescribe the remedy. Very, very fine difference. One more symptom of delusion, that if the patient has delusion, imaginations, worms are creeping. He says, he'll touch the walls, so I'm touching it and that's worms are creeping. That's again a very, very important delusion of Kali Carb. Do compare this again with arsenic album and cannabis indica. See now, delusion of Kali Karma, you'll see so many figures the patient sees. He sees faces, figures, phantoms, thieves, persons, people, worms. These type of delusions, these are Kali Karma. Of course, then Kali Karma has different types of other imagination fears, that he will be murdered. Everything starts from anger and fear. He would be murdered. And then delusion that he would be murdered has lots of remedies. Kalika, we have belladonna, we have arsenic, we have cannabis indica, stramonium, hyoscyamus, lachesis, lot of remedies. But this symptom of Kalika delusion, the figures one, that lot of imagination, is a very, very important symptom of delusion of Kalika, which I have seen in my practice, and using those symptoms I have got very good results. So my dear friends, if you like this video, do share and subscribe. Thank you.